Yeah, the schools in Jamaica are strict. So an all-girls school in Jamaica posted this on their Instagram saying absolutely no edges.
Yes, Jamaica banned the baby hair edges over there, and a lot of the Jamaicans are for it because they are spending too much time trying to get them baby hairs right and should be in class focusing on their homework. It's too much of a distraction. But the Americans, some of the Americans, like, hey, what's wrong with it? It's a trend. It's like a black culture thing. Leave those little girls alone and let them do them. And let's keep it real here. Some of y'all know those baby hairs on certain people are adult hairs. They literally have those edges all the way down to their eyebrows. This video is for entertainment purposes only and allegedly.
The caption reads, "Reminder students, please be advised that the wearing of edges is now officially banned on campus. Remember, curtains belong in the house, not on foreheads. Please keep our looks neat and school ready. We appreciate your cooperation in upholding our standards of excellence as we continue honoring the legacy and inspiring the future."
No, they did not call the edges curtains. Jamaica is being very petty right now. But basically, they saying probably talking about the edges that I was just talking about that they're down to their eyebrows. Like, that's doing too much with those edges.
I didn't know it was like that in Jamaica. I love how they're trying to keep, the students focused on education and education only. You don't need to be worried about any beauty standards, nothing but the education. But is it a bit much? Like, is it fair? Like, and is it all edges or just the extra edges? Like, they can't even have no soupity swoop? That's crazy. I thought that was funny. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that is a bit much? I mean, I know the education in Jamaica is top tier, so hey.
You see, some of us Jamaicans, we have no respect for rules and authority. None whatsoever. And then we worry about why the classrooms are the way they are. Or we were worried about the direction that the country is going. We don't have no respect for rules, man. We don't have no respect for rules. Because listen, St. Andrew High School, they came out, they made their rule. No edges. And persons are upset. Persons are upset. Why are you upset? Give me a valid reason in this comment section. Why are you upset? Why are you upset? How does the edges affect the learning? How does the hairstyle impact the learning? A lot of you are going to come and say freedom of expression, blase, 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 blase. But spend some time in the classroom. Spend some time in the classroom. Our children are so easily distracted. Yeah, so easily distracted. We are now making fun of other people who their edges don't look right. Or we're spending all the time trying to figure out how to get the swoop, the doop, and the this, and the that, and the laid, and the slade. Listen, I was never for this edges thing because why? Why on God's green earth should I take my hair from up here and try to plaster it across my forehead? I never saw the purpose of it. But listen, St. Andrew High School, they have made their position on this very clear. Who are you? Who am I to come out and say, oh, this rule don't make sense? It makes sense if you spend time in the classroom and see what is happening in the classroom. A lot of you, you like to say, oh, children this and children that and rules apply everywhere. If you go into the place of work, if you go into the field of work, whichever job you decide to take on, there are rules in the workplace. So what? We should wait until these students get into the workplace, then they start learning how to follow rules? It is absolutely ridiculous. You know what? There are so many things in Jamaica that we need to be talking about. There are so many things in Jamaica that need a spotlight. You know what I'm saying to you? There are so many things that we need to be talking about. So many things that we need to put out there for the world to know. There are so many things that we need to be crying outrage on. But no, edges, tight pants, trimming your hair, rules and regulations. Us Jamaicans, we have a serious problem with it. And we need to figure ourselves out. We need to.
It's stupid. Ain't no nice TikTok-y, eloquent way for me to say it right now. This whole banning the edges at that school in Jamaica, it's stupid, it's anti-Black, and it's ineffective. And here's why I have to say that. So I saw that some persons who agree with it were like, oh, these girls, they're spending so much time in the bathroom doing their edges. They're not coming to class. Listen, children who don't want to come to class for whatever reason, and there could be a lot of reasons a child doesn't want to come to class. It could be a learning disability. It could be some type of socioeconomic situation based on what's going on in their home. Whether it's edges, playing Pokemon, I don't know, whatever children doing these days, they're gonna find a way to still not come to class if that child was already not a student who was interested and consistent with being active in the school. And so I feel like with a lot of things that we do in the Caribbean, we're reactionary and we're putting a Band-Aid on something that probably needs surgery, okay? Not getting to the root of a problem. Because I'm sure there's girls in the school who get their edges done who do come to class. So obviously edges There's no causation between edges and not being a good student. So by telling kids who are already in school or already having some type of problem that, okay, edges, that's not gonna make them do better in class. Like, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. I went to a government school in the Bahamas, and then later on I went to a private school. And in my experience, and I know a lot of people have experienced this, in my government school, it was so strict. We gotta wear our skirt to the ankles. You can't wear extensions. You can't have no color in your hair. This, that, and the fourth.
So how do you all feel about what she just said about them being so strict where they couldn't wear extensions? The dress had to be down to their ankles. You know, now that they're cutting the, like, no edges out. How do you all feel about this? Or do you guys feel like they are being too strict in the school and they're more focused on how the child look versus their education? Or do you feel like that it's the other way around, that they're trying to get the kid to be more focused on education versus being super focused on fashion?
When I went to my private school, which is way more relaxed with appearance, right? Let me talk about some of the differences that I experienced. First of all, in my government school, there used to be like a fight damn near every week. In my private school, in the 3 years I was there was one fight, and it wasn't even a fight. There was a slap. I think a girl slapped another girl in the locker room, okay? In my private school, we were allowed to wear like braid extensions. There were some girls who had like light highlights and stuff in their hair. The boys were able to wear their hair higher than I remember in government school. Some were even able to wear braids, things like that. And in comparison to my government school, where it was so strict and people were so hard on their parents, like I said, the government school had fights every darn week, okay? A lot of those kids didn't graduate. A lot of those kids didn't do well in school. Basically, I think everybody in my high school class and my private school graduated, okay? Damn near everybody went to college. And so when we look at how kids are behaving, children behavior, human behavior, we have to look at the root of the problem. And obviously, when you compare a government school and a private school, there's a lot of socioeconomic factors that would influence why a child would be more into school.
So I heard that they banned edges in schools in Jamaica, and I think it's amazing. They need to ban everything over here, everything. Because right about now, the children are too nuff. They're just too nuff. You know, when you was younger, your mum used to say, I don't really like that little girl, you know, because she's too nuff. Now I'm sorry, everybody's child is too nuff. Like, it's actually ridiculous. I'm in the classroom and I'm saying every minute, hello, can you put away the mirror, please? Excuse me, can you put away the mascara, please? Why have you done your lip gloss about 50 times? Your lips are about to drop off, can you put it away? The next one's got our eyelash curler. You're rude, I don't even own one.
I see her point with this. Like, it does become a headache when you constantly have to tell a student to put this up, put the mirror up, put the mascara up, put the lip gloss up. You constantly putting it on your lips. Now, that is a distraction, especially if she is teaching and she is catching them with this stuff. It's basically showing that they're not paying attention to her teaching them, and you can fail the class. So on this behalf, I do agree with her like this. I should not constantly have to tell you to put your mascara or your moisturizer that you're putting on your lips. That is too much right there.
The next girl had a whole mirror, A4 size with lights around it and a stand. You're extremely rude, young lady. Go and put back your mother's things in her bathroom, because it's teeth. I know your teeth and your parents' things. One of the little girls had little lip gloss. Miss, do you like my lip gloss? It's Yves Saint Laurent. You're rude. You don't even concentrate in French and you're telling me about Yves Saint Laurent. I have to ask them, what time is it in the morning that you're waking up? I need to understand. Because in the morning, I am literally looking like I'm homeless. Like I crawled out of the tent underneath the subway and I'm looking little change for pasta later on. It's definitely giving mad, gal. I'm outside looking like a fiend. Hello, where is the Nest Cafe? And you lot are looking like you're ready for New York Fashion Week. It's not making sense. I don't understand it. There needs to be a ban on everything because they're so interested in everything about their appearance. They are not studying their books. They're in the classroom and they're worried about the edges. They're worried about all these things. The edges has got so much style and pattern. It's giving art attack. That's what it's giving. I need to understand what time in the morning you lot are waking up to put on this production, because it's a whole thing that's going on. And here, there's me, lip dry, bare things, and I'm just in the classroom like, hello. Because it's giving supermodel. And let me not even get started on the short skirts, because the short skirts is a different thing. That's a whole new topic.
Yo. So a couple days ago, it was confirmed that in Jamaica, schools have banned edges. Any girls coming to school with edges will be sent home or suspended. And at first I felt a bit triggered. I felt triggered because as the Nigerian president of Jamaica, you should be running these rules by me before confirming them. But it also triggered me because all the times I was in school and I had a skin fade, I was sent to isolation till my hair grew back. Every single time I got that haircut, I was banned from even eating lunch with my friends in school. In that same breath, I remember one day one boy came to school with the Union Jack shaved in his head and he was allowed to go to every single class. So since then, I've always felt a way when black people have certain types of hair and you're getting in trouble for it in school. I don't think it's fair. That's our hair, this is how we like it, leave us alone. It's not affecting our education. Until I became a teacher. And yesterday, I remember there were 2 girls in my class that were arguing over eyelash glue. So England, whatever book Jamaica is using to find these rules, I beg, tear every page and keep it for yourself. It's high time we start banning everything for these kids in school. The kids in school in England are too extra. They come to school with everything on and they don't need to. They don't need to. Some kids come to school wearing 2 grand coats. Some kids come to school wearing Christian Dior trainers. Certain men are bumping the train coming to school wearing 6 grand outfits. This doesn't make any sense. Ban it, equalize everybody, cuz. The other day I saw a post where girls in the playground were using Pritt stick to edge up their edges. You know when you want to fix it up to make it make it look more sleek. I don't know how to do it. I don't have edges, but you know what I'm saying. And me, I can't lie, that's actually quite a good idea. That's very cost effective and practical. But why are you doing it in school? It's not that important, bruv. It's not that deep. Please get your grades and fuck off. Go and be real in the world and make some good money. Some of the kids put so much pressure on themselves to look perfect. But at the end of the day, the only thing that should be perfect right now are your grades. I beg, please, England, ban it. Ban it, bruv.
Me late to the conversation, but I'm at work. And one of the barbers said to me, do you see the conversation online about Jamaica banning edges? Me say no, sir, this news has reached too far now. This news has reached too far. So this is my take on the whole edges conversation. I agree with the schools in Jamaica. Yes, edges don't necessarily have anything to do with learning, but it's a distraction. Let me tell you now why. You see, as a girlie, we used to do people here from in a school. Me come out of school with subjects, you know. But me used to do here after school. I go tell you something. It's when you're dealing with hormonal females and little boys. We don't go talk about the boys, we talk about the girls. It's when they come on to edges, then girlier, enough of them, they will stay an hour, 30 minutes, 15, 20 minutes in the bathroom and try form edges.
Okay, if this is true that they're missing that many minutes of class trying to form edges, then I kind of see their point of why they're like, this is becoming too much and we got to put an end to this, because it's like you're missing out on class and you're missing out on your education just to get the perfect little edges that you want, like the perfect little swoop, the perfect look that you want, and you're missing 20 to 30 to 15 minutes of class when you should be in there learning just to get it right. Then if this is true, I see where they're coming from on like, okay, yeah, this has to be stopped.
Then we miss out on an entire class just to make sure that the edge is neat.
So apparently the St. Andrew High School for Girls has banned edges, and first of all, as a campionite, I can't even begin to relate, because why are we even spending time on that? But it's not my school, and honestly the school has produced exceptional ladies, so if it's their school, they know what's best, they've been doing it for years, let it be. But the Shade Room post this, right? And in the comments, of course, you have some people that they just don't understand the culture. I get that. But I see this one comment that just sparked something in me. It says, they need to ban those bad wigs they're wearing over there. I'm gonna say, first of all, who tell her so we have bad wigs in Jamaica? I was so irate, but I think it's a real thing. I think people think in Jamaica like we don't know what we're doing when it comes on to hairstyles, because recently, at least a few months ago, I went to a stylist to get my hair done, and she was like, oh yeah, where you from? I was like, yeah, I'm from Jamaica. She's like, how they do hair over there? I was like, what do you mean? Oh, them do hair normal, like, oh. And she's like, I know y'all be crazy over there. Excuse me? First of all, you do not criticize anything Jamaican to a Jamaican. Secondly, like, where people getting this idea from that we don't know how to do hair in Jamaica? And thirdly, I never went back. and it just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, no, who is spreading these lies?
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the older generation, like, they be hating on these little kids, because why did the school in Jamaica ban edges? Like, why are y'all banning edges? I'm so confused. Like, what is going on? Y'all don't have more important things to worry about? Like, I get it. Don't do your edges in school. You can't leave class and go fix your edges. Cool, but they can't come to school looking like pretty little girls. Like, y'all don't want them to feel confident. Like, I'm confused. I'm so happy I don't have kids, because it just don't make no sense. And that's definitely something they would do right over here.
I feel maybe if they were doing their edges at home and still getting to school on time and getting their education and stuff like that, I feel personally they probably wouldn't have banned the edges. But from what some of them are saying in the video, a lot of them was in the bathroom pretty much at the school, missing 15 to 20 minutes of class trying to do their edges. And I think, like I said, that's what caused the issue, because like I stated earlier, they were missing too much time of class instead of being in the class getting their education. So I think that comes in out of them banning it. I feel it came more so from them being at school in the bathroom taking forever.
Like, banning edges, like, who y'all feeling like? Who woke up and decided we gonna ban edges for the little girls? They can't have no swoops on their head. Then talk about leave the curtains at home. Like, what?
So that no edges rule in Jamaica. I agree with it. I'm sorry. Y'all be like, oh, they worried about the wrong things. They worried about the wrong things. They worried about, no, they worried about the right things. Thank you. Yeah. When we was going to school, we never had those big dramatic edges coming down before that touch back with eyebrow. Like, chill off of that. And it was cute. We was neat. We was looking good going to school. Y'all want y'all kids to be in a rush to be grown so bad. It's crazy. And don't say edges don't have nothing to do with it. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's a part of it. Yeah, them people doing the right thing.